mis pachico a ustedes, pa, hombre Juan. Primeramente, saludos y respetos going out to everyone. Simón. Shout out, Gordos Chiques, all up in the building, doing big things for the city of Oxnard. For those of you that don't know, I make music. My artist name is Maniak. So before you do anything, go check out my newest song. It's called Red Band. Bing! Órale. Check it out. So it's been brought to my attention by a respective vato from La Colonia, Chiques. He made their request. For me to talk about this vato, defector, ese Earth. Very famous and well known in my area. This is the story. Before I proceed, before anybody starts tripping because I'm taking the liberty to talk about this, homeboy, the homeboy is the one that requested this from the Colonia because he got arrested because of this, vato. Bing! Órale pues, check it out. Con respeto to everybody, hey, you guys already know I don't set trip. I grew up in the system, but I'm still proud to be from my barrio, solid from my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So please come at me with respect, and I'll do the same. You come at me with disrespect, and I'll do the same. But I'm not out there tripeando like that. I don't see barrios, homie. Of course, I'm from mine. I'm proud of that. But I see color from the skin, homeboy, brown, café, you know what I'm saying? Raza. Pero guasha. The story starts in the projects, in the colonias. You know what I'm saying? There was a vato named Patches that has now defected. And he told me a lot of historia. And he told me that he grew up with one of my homeboys that is already RIP. So I'm not going to say his name because he's already passed away. But they used to hang out in the projects. And supposedly Earth was in the mix, kicking it with them, their morritos, all G'd up, pandillero status. But before I proceed, this vato Earth has a brother. He has an older brother that had a kid or was married with my fifth grade teacher, Rio Lindo, Miss Borja. Shout out to Miss Borja, no disrespect, our love, but it's a trip how later on, later on in life, I crossed paths with her husband in jail and her cuñado. I don't know if he was just the baby's dad or a husband, so correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Borja. You know what? I don't mean no disrespect, but it's part of the historia. You know what I'm saying? So check it. Check it. Ese, as I was growing up, homeboy, like I said, yo no conocía a ese Earth. I didn't know the vato. You know what I'm saying? He was from the colonias, and by the time I hit the sistema, homeboy, Wasco State Prison, he was very well known, uh, juiced up. Hey, the vato was a joint. ¿Me entiendes? I remember being in diagnostics, Holmes. If you've been to the Pinta, then you've been to the Pinta, then you know what I'm talking about. If you ain't been to the Pinta, then you probably don't need to know what I'm talking about. Pero washa, I was in diagnostics, with a bunch of homeboys from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them, but I hear escort. That means face the wall, put your hands behind your back, and don't look over there. But I happened to look, and it was the vatos from Fresno. They had different tatuajes, tú sabes, you know what I'm saying? So I jump up, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? One comes at me, I come at him. Hey, we met each other halfway, homeboy, and we threw it down, homeboy. They sprayed me. That vato got sprayed, I got sprayed. What not? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I lost that fight. But I keep it real, you know what I'm saying? I was right there, homie, swinging, homeboy. Uh, but it is what it is. I end up in the cage and I see a vato from Santa Paula that is very famous for making a song that goes, Doing tiempo bien califa, say no jokes, for a homie brown and proud who's young and down. But, but, he got mad at me for fighting that bulldog, that shit. And I tripped down, homeboy, and I remember him name dropping like Earth. Like, hey, homie, you know who Earth is? And I was like, I don't know who that is. Who is that? And he was like, if you don't know who he is, you ain't with the business, fool. Whoa, 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 right? Hey, that's the first time I ever heard of this vato. But then after that, right, his name started ringing bells, right? Everywhere I went, Earth, Earth this, Earth that. Maybe I've heard his name before, but I never paid attention. ¿Sí me entiendes? But after the vato from Santa Paula told me the name, hey, I started hearing his name everywhere. And then I remember going to the oil right there in Wasco, Delta 6. And when I came in the cages and the oil, it said Earth, Coch. And then after that, I never forgot his name. And I kept on hearing his name everywhere I went. He was like a righteous soldado, like a righteous homie, right? So, trip out, tripas, pasha. I get out, he gets out, you know. I keep on missing him, you know what I'm saying? Hit and miss. I go here, he goes there. But he was validated, so he was always in the oil or in the shoe, right? So then around más o menos 2010, 2011, right? They start doing indictments. They do the first indictment. Boom! They do the first indictment, right? And they bust a lot of homies. And then a year later, they do another indictment, like a big ass indictment. Mind you, these are COCH indictments. It's not all the barros like it started happening in 2012. This is 11 and 10, right? And from what I know, from my understanding, right? From what the homeboy told me, the homeboy that I was torcido with, that he told on, this Vato Earth became an informant, right? So he becomes an informant and he starts passing phones around. Those phones were wired up a la juras, you know? And he's sending a camaradas, younger camaradas to go do this, go do that. But the whole time he's an informant. So it makes no sense, right? But it makes sense at the end of the day when they got a homeboy for allegedly selling dope and doing all this criminal activity, right? The homeboy got life in the feds. And when I finally met Earth, I was in the dungeon and I got indicted myself. And he was already playing the Christian role. I talked to the Vato, I'm not gonna lie. I talked to the Vato, and to be honest, he was extremely intelligent. The Vato was very smart, he had a lot of game, but he was saying he was Cristiano. At the time, I hadn't seen no paperwork. Uh, but at the end of the day, there's just too many homies that got busted because of him that stamped it. Uh, he was there with us for about a year. He had already been there for maybe another year. Uh, And this is a vato that me la platicó like this, right? When he was going to the shoe for the first time, he was like, Simón, homie, aquí estoy, no me voy, right? Then he starts losing family members. They start passing away. They start getting older. So there he goes on the second time, third time. By the third time, he's like, what am I doing right here? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this vato was so well versed, so well read, and so adept with the Bible skills, with the Bible verses. He would just shoot them. The Esquilas was like, Sas, Matthews 5:44. Love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. John 3:16. And the homies would say, ahí viene el verso, there comes the verse. Because he knew all the verses in the Bible. This vato would study all day, and he became a Cristiano, right? And till then, there was people like myself still talking to the dude because, like I said, I ain't ever seen the paperwork, you know. But then he left to the orange band, to the PC, protected custody peseta. He left over there, Holmes. And once he did that, well, you could only imagine why, So yeah, he PC'd up. Uh, whatever charges he was facing, they let him go home, and he ended up uh running a group home, sober living home, and his name was popular for being a pastor or for being a preacher or for just running the home. And then I stopped hearing about him. You know what I'm saying? But that's the historia on the Vato Earth out of the Colonia Chiques. Correct me if I'm wrong or any discrepancy in this video. You know what I mean? But the Vato ratted on a lot of homies, dog. The Vato PC'd up. I seen him orange band myself. I was busted with the Vato that was next to him when he left to the PC tanks, to the PC buildings, and he put it on, homie. So he put it on the estufas, Uh, the homeboy that requested for me to make this video, I just freestyle the video. Please don't crucify me. It's not on me. I'm just doing the homie the bottle. He said he read it on him, so I'm doing the video, homeboy. ¿Me entiendes? The vato's a pesetón. Hey, you know what? I don't wish nothing bad upon nobody. You know what I'm saying? If he's a pastor, he's a preacher, whatever he is, I hope, he is real about it. I hope he stops getting into criminal activity. I hope that he stays sober. I hope that he really prays for everyone and that he doesn't go out of his way to uh go rat on people so they can go to jail. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't hope nothing bad upon nobody. Y con eso dicho y establecido, this was the video. Um, hey, if you piece it up, don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. Because you're the one that made that choice, homeboy. Con eso dicho, ya nos vamos. It was a freestyle video. I didn't get to study it. I didn't want to study it. It is what it is. Let me know in the comment section if you like this type of videos. If not, so I can stop making them. Gracias.